Welcome back to Running Point on ysnlive.com, brought to you by Greenwood Chevrolet in Austintown. And we are going to be joined by the new head coach at Jackson Milton for their volleyball program, Stephen Mohr. Coach, thank you so much for joining us on Running Point today.
Thanks for having me.
Got to be an exciting time in Jackson Milton. Last year, you guys finished the season at 17-6, second in the MVAC tier. What kind of things excite you about taking over this program that has a lot looking forward to it?
Yeah, I'm really excited. We are going to be in the hunt. That's my goal, is to get us back to number one. I think Sue Prozy did a fantastic job for almost the last 20 years. So it's a little bit of disconcerting for me to take over such a legendary program like this. A little bit of pressure on me, but I think we're going to handle it pretty well. I got 10 returning lettermen that had experience last year, so really excited to get in the gym. When we started, I had nerves, getting back into coaching. I've taken some time off to deal with some family things, and I get the goosebumps. Can't wait till the first game to go, and I hope the girls are excited too.
Talk to me a little bit, Coach. Every coach, when you start a new program and you go into a program, it's about building that culture. Talk to me a little bit about the culture you're looking to build with Jackson Milton and what you're looking to implement there that's going to be a little bit different than what we saw in years prior.
Speed, picking with the speed of the game. I think, when you've been a coach or, had a coach that long, to get comfortable in doing it and forcing them to pick up the speed of the volleyball. We're always equating to, hey, watch the Olympics. There's a beach volleyball team that was known to go in two. We're going to try to incorporate some of that in our offense and be stronger and faster. We're still in the Olympic motto, higher, faster, stronger, and together, is the thing they added, and that's what we're instilling this year.
You return a lot of your offense from last year, a lot of the big kill getters from last year's team. Talk about some of the offensive leaders in that fast offense that you want to run that you're looking to step up this year.
Yeah, we got our setter coming back. She was a sophomore last year, so she had a year of growth, and she's looking really good so far. Mia Greco, I think she played outside for him last year. We're moving her to middle. She had a little JO experience playing middle, and like I said, playing against each other right now, she looks really phenomenal. We have Kylie Wilson on the outside. Kara Costello played some middle last year. We have Kaylee Davis, is on the outside. Trying to remember some of these. You got so many returning letterwomen that are great powers for us. So it's a good problem to have. So many good players that I can toss in there at any moment.
I know you started your first official week of practice yesterday, and you're getting them in, and I'm sure tryouts are well on their way. What things are you looking for when you're kind of building this roster and trying to solidify it?
We're looking for, hustle. I always say, make an aggressive mistake. I love someone that goes after the ball, understanding the offense. Luckily, for the last 2 weeks, we're able to go hardcore and get a lot of things set in. The basic skills, we always harp on them that you can't do any of the fun play stuff unless you can pass. And you got to keep the serve when we have it. So we're looking at girls that can actually pass, so we can get that run that offense like we want to, and be able to keep the serve and serve well.
If you're looking to make a deep run this year, having a successful season, talk to me and talk to some of the fans that may not know a lot about the program, may not know a lot about volleyball. Talk to me a little bit about some of the opponents that are going to be standing in your way this year.
You know what? I haven't even looked that far ahead yet. I know I'm looking like, conference. I know some people, I know that, in the last couple of years, and just previous coaching experience, when we get out of, the district's kind of easy because we're used to seeing everybody play. When you get to the regional play, we get start 6'3" girls, which, not too many programs have around here. I can't develop height, but we can develop, different mixed blocking schemes, different rotational perimeter defense to try to get, take away some of their big hitters and be ready to pass. So I haven't really looked down that far. I'm more focused right now on, taking that MVAC title and getting into the districts. And then when we get into districts, I'll start looking beyond that.
When you are coming in as a new coach, obviously building a staff is so important. Talk a little bit about the coaches that are going to be helping you along the way.
Yeah,
And,
sorry. Luckily, I was Linda Craig stayed on. She was a JV coach. She's coming back with almost 30 some years experience. So she has familiarity with how things at Jackson Milton run. We brought in two new junior high coaches, and one with multiple years of experience that's coming new and is a new teacher in the district. And we hired a teacher that wanted coaching experience for years, and we offered the opportunity. And so we're really focused on that junior high program because that's going to build the future for us down the road.
Talk to me a little bit, Coach, of what made you initially get into coaching and kind of what to expect, and highlight some of your favorite aspects of coaching.
Oh, what got me into coaching was just I taught as a teacher, so I look at it as more as teaching the sport. I got in coaching volleyball when I was at Youngstown Ursuline. They needed a volleyball coach, and I was looking at a coach, and I got an opportunity to do there. Had some success. Left there and actually had the opportunity to go to Austintown Fitch as the JV coach. Spent 2 years there before taking over the program. And I love the excitement of volleyball. It's a very fast-paced game. There's so many exciting things. And I try to build that in the passion and bring that to the girls. Things that you could look forward to. I mean, just watch the Olympics and how exciting it is, even if you just watch beach volleyball. And I think, coming out of the Olympics, hopefully we can get more fans to come see the high school volleyball.
As a new coach, you can look at film all you want and see who you have returning and what kind of offense they ran last year, but really hard to tell the personalities and who you're going to lean on to be leaders and things like that. How has it been this summer trying to kind of gauge the personalities and just kind of connect with this new team?
We've thrown a lot of challenges at them, and seeing which ones can accept the challenge and which ones are going to kind of draw back. I call it like he wants to jump in the box. We've literally played in a 30 by 30 box, and you got to be ready to go. You got to function as an entire unit, getting 6 girls out there doing all the same thing at once. And when that one person's not doing one thing, it's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. So far, we've done good in terms of challenging them. We got a group of 7, 8 girls that I'm going to lean on a lot, and hopefully we have success with them.
We talked to Jody Bartlett, who is the Fitch coach now, about the Fitch culture, and I'm sure you had a lot to do with building the Fitch culture in volleyball and how strong it is. What kind of things go into making volleyball so important in a community and so important into a school district? And I'm sure you want to bring that to Jackson Milton.
Yeah, absolutely. When I was at Austintown, we noticed that regionals, when we go to all these JO, because I was a JO coach too, when we go out to Uniontown Lake, they would start with kindergartens, teaching them how to do volleyball and stuff like that. It was, that was unheard of around here. And so what we did is start a little Spikers program at Austintown. We brought 2nd and 3rd graders and 4th and 5th graders come in and taught them the game of volleyball. I'm hoping to bring that to Jackson Milton so we can get them young. They do it with basketball, but for some reason we don't do it with volleyball. And that just, it disheartens it. And then, some of these kids don't have those skills, and volleyball involves some skills. Some of it's just like basketball. So hopefully we can bring that, the little Spikers program here to Jackson Milton and get some, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders excited about that.
What excites you so much about the Jackson Milton community and starting to be a part of it and starting to see the support that you do get behind you in these now full capacity, knock on wood, gyms that you're going to get?
Yeah. You know what? I always talk about Jackson Milton because I have 3 kids that actually go out here, and it has a private school atmosphere. It's small. You get to know the kids. You get to know families. You get to see, brothers and sisters, come through. You get to know the parents very well. And I just like that small school atmosphere that, hopefully we bring a big time show to them.
We talked a little bit about this. You brought it up earlier and trying to compete with teams outside of this area. Every time we run into a team from Massillon or Canton, it feels like they're just running faster volleyball and they're taller. What kind of things do you think the area in general can do to better their volleyball and get to a point where we can say we have legitimate chances to compete in regionals against teams from Canton and Massillon?
I think what we have to do is start getting some Canton and Massillon, teams on our schedule. I know the travel is bad, but it's kind of like putting the football. You want to be better. You go out and play better opponents. So our non-conference schedule, hopefully we can get some of those, even if it's just scrimmages, so we can get used to our girls seeing how fast-paced that volleyball is until it's too late when we're already in that regional setting.
Coach, talk a little bit about your schedule this year and when you open the season.
We opened the season on the 23rd against East Canton at home, and then we go 3 straight games. And so we got a lot of back-to-back games right off the bat. So, and then we have reserve early on. That's going to be always a big challenge. It's a local town, right down the street rival. So we got them like the second or third game, actually the third game in the season. So it's going to be right off the bat. And I think the second game's got Springfield. So our schedule is real tough right off the bat. So we're going to see how well we are. And what changes we need to make us successful throughout the season.
All right, Coach, thank you so much for joining us today. We look forward to the season, look forward to covering you guys, and we'll talk to you again real soon.
All right, thank you.
That was Coach Stephen Mohr, new head coach of the Jackson Milton Blue Jays volleyball team.